Hello, I'm Raisa Chantami of the Indonesia channel at the Asean Secretariat in Jakarta. Welcome to Asean Today, your weekly look at the dynamic Southeast Asia region. Malaysia crowned a new king in a traditional but unexpected ceremony. Sultan Abdullah Sultan Ahmad Shah was sworn in as Malaysia's 16th king at the National Palace, Istana Negara on January 31st. Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad was present at the ceremony along with his cabinet members to accept the installment of the new king. The ceremony to mark Abdullah's accession to the largely ceremonial position came nearly 3 years ahead of schedule after the abdication of Sultan Muhammad V. He stepped down from power after marrying a Russian beauty queen. A law in the Philippines designed to ease sectarian conflict is now in effect. Muslim Filipinos voted on January 21st to ratify the landmark Bangsamoro Organic Law. Supporters say it will pave the way for wider self-rule to the Muslim minority. 2 million voters in Muslim regions of the country participated in the referendum. The results were official on January 25th. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte believes the ratification of the law would solve the decades-old problem of Muslim rebellion in the southern province of Mindanao. An Indonesian aircraft had a close call in severe weather. A Lion Air passenger plane with 189 people on board skidded off a runway in Borneo on February 16th as the pilot tried to land during heavy rain. The Boeing 737-800NG airliner was operating a Jakarta-Pontianak route when it tumbled into a nearby field. No one was hurt, but the runway was closed for a short time. A Lion Air plane was involved in a fatal crash near Jakarta on October 29th, killing 189 people. Malaysia is teaming up with European companies to reduce reliance on foreign labor. The goal is to push domestic manufacturers into the new era of Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 involves incorporating digital technology into manufacturing. To make this transition, Malaysia is getting help from the country that first developed the concept, Germany. Bavaria-based Bauer is a world leader in specialist foundation work as well as manufacturing state-of-the-art machinery. Bavaria-based Bauer is a world leader in specialist foundation work as well as manufacturing state-of-the-art machinery. Bauer's Malaysia division has played a key role in many of Malaysia's most challenging projects, led by its local staff.
And invite them regularly to Germany for training, and vice versa. Our trainers come to Malaysia and train them here on the site. This site is being led by a Malaysian project manager, and she is a master engineer, graduated in Malaysia, got all the special training in Germany.
Other leading Bavarian companies include Osram, chipmaker Infineon, and Siemens are also helping Malaysian workers and small and medium-sized enterprises adapt to the world of Industry 4.0. Malaysia's government knows local SMEs desperately need to raise their game and has created a blueprint and fund to assist them.
This is the first time that the government is having a concerted effort. This readiness assessment framework is to help companies identify the areas of Industry 4.0 where they are the weakest in, and also where they need to improve on the most, so that they can streamline their manufacturing processes in order to improve their productivity.
The Malaysian government is partnering with Bavaria's highly regarded Technical University of Munich to help prepare Malaysian SMEs to be a part of the fourth industrial revolution. Bauer, meanwhile, is swiftly moving towards greater automation and robotics and says it will ensure its Malaysian team is part of that transformation. Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad calls Industry 4.0 the next phase of evolution in the manufacturing sector. More ASEAN Today is coming up shortly. War games in Southeast Asia, the strategy from military leaders, next. You're watching ASEAN Today. I'm Raisa Chantami in Jakarta. Securing territory in the region was the focus of the largest war games in Asia, led by the United States. The 38th year of Cobra Gold brought together 7 countries to Thailand from February 16th for 11 days of military exercises. All those who participated say the value of the training is as important as ever.
สำหรับความมุ่งหมายของการฝึกในครั้งนี้ก็เพื่อที่จะทบทวนในเรื่องขั้นตอนการปฏิบัติทางฝ่ายอำนวยการในการยุทธร่วมแล้วก็ทดสอบแผนการปฏิบัติต่างๆที่จะมีการใช้กองกำลังผสมนานาชาติตลอดจนทำให้ทหารทุกคนทุกชาติทุกประเทศมีความรู้สึกถึงความเป็นเพื่อนและเป็นความเป็นมิตรร่วมกันในภูมิภาคครับ
ทำพื้นที่นี้นะครับที่เราจะใช้เป็นพื้นที่ในการอพยพให้มีความปลอดภัยนะครับหลังจากนั้นก็จะเป็นในเรื่องของการดำเนินการเกี่ยวกับการจะตั้งศูนย์ ECC หรือว่าศูนย์อพยพประชาชนโดยมีการคัดแยกนะครับมีการตรวจสอบนะครับแล้วก็มีการตรวจสุขภาพก่อนที่จะมีการอพยพประชาชนโดยทางเรือ
The whole reason that we're here is so that if something happens anywhere and we have to work together, it's easier for us to blend when it really matters. And it's also just fun to be able to meet other people from around the world and just collaborate and meet and see how we're similar, how we're different.
That a lot of our tactics and our procedures are more similar than what we originally thought. So, I mean, you think you come in learning things, but when they're operating the same way that you are, it's a pleasant surprise that you don't really need to learn much because everyone's already operating the same.
Singapore, Indonesia, and Malaysia were the other ASEAN members to participate in Cobra Gold. More ASEAN Today is coming up shortly. Sweet Lunar New Year treats in Malaysia. That's ahead. This is ASEAN Today, coming to you from Jakarta, home of the ASEAN Secretariat. A practice once illegal in Indonesia is now one of the country's multicultural bright spot. The Chinese lion dance is a colorful and noisy celebration of the Lunar New Year, revived by historic family traditions. ASEAN Today's Fauzul Azam reports.
As Jakarta entered this year's Lunar New Year period, spirits were high and no group was busier than the Kong Ha Hong Lion Dance Group. Founded on the Indonesia's Independence Day on August 17, 1999, the internationally acclaimed dance group was created by one of the descendants of Chinese martial artist and folk hero Wong Fei Hung. For one of its early founders, the tradition is rooted in his family history. Ronald Sharif began performing the lion dance when he was just 10 years old.
We're very happy because now lion dance is categorized as a sport in Indonesia. We're working towards including lion dance as an Olympic sport. If we can succeed in competing in the Olympics, it means we have reached the global stage. That is what we're hoping for.
The group is made up of more than 60 members between 8 and 38 years old. They have won several international awards, including the MGM Lion Dance Championship held in Beijing in 2015. Andre was one of the first members who joined the team.
I hope as a lion dance group, we can continue to represent Indonesia on the international scene. We want to show that lion dance is a tradition that has been adopted by many cultures of the world nowadays, not just in China. We see countries like Spain and France forming lion dance groups to celebrate Chinese culture too.
Having performed for 18 years, the group is considered a celebration of diversity. The members are made up of people from all walks of life and different cultural backgrounds. This dance was forbidden under the rule of President Suharto, who banned all expressions of Chinese culture. Sharif's family successfully re-established the practice and opened the door to a whole new generation of lion dancers. Fauzul Azim for ASEAN Today.
Here are several events on the ASEAN calendar. The music will play at the Jakarta International Java Jazz Festival from March 1st to the 3rd in Kemayoran. In the Philippines, the Wanderlust Music and Arts Festival will take place on March 9th and 10th in Full Invest City Event Grounds in Metro Manila. And the Singapore Festival of Fun is set to open March 10th for 4 days. Tourists and locals head to a region in Malaysia for a taste of sweet treats. They gobble up one particular dish, especially during the Lunar New Year celebrations. ASEAN Today's Wendy Widiantini has the story.
Some of Malaysia's food-making rituals are barely hanging on because of changing tastes and mass-produced substitutes. Others have evolved to feature uniquely Malaysian characteristics. Nowhere do Lunar New Year food items reflect the melding of culinary cultures more than here in Malacca, where many people are a mixture of Chinese and Malay heritage known as Baba Nyonya. That mixing of cultures is reflected in their architecture, language, clothing, and food. The state kicked off its annual celebrations by brightening up the walkways along the Malacca River and iconic Jonker Walk. The heart of the historical city was turned into a picturesque scene to attract revelers seeking a memorable festive season. Bakeries produce specialties that include kue, the Malay word for sweet snacks, using local ingredients such as pandan leaves, pineapple, palm sugar, and tapioca. People will travel from all over Malaysia and Singapore to snap them up for the festivities. It's a frenzied rush for the makers to meet the demand and for consumers to grab them before they're all gone. Baba Charlie Lee is one of the city's most famous kue makers.
I was learned from my mom. I like to watch what she's doing, and she's telling me, "Oh, you want to help me? Okay." My grandmother generation come to my mother, then come to me. Many years, I think about 70 years until now.
Locals and visitors flood his shop to snap up his kue. All who come will offer the same sweet culinary review. Wendy Widiantini for ASEAN Today.
We like hearing from you throughout the ASEAN region and the world. All of our episodes are posted on YouTube, so check us out there if you can't find us on your local TV channel. Then let us know what you're thinking about or what you want to see on the program. Email us at aseantodaytv@gmail.com, post something on our Facebook page, or tweet us at ASEANTodayTV. Technology is about to boost up to ease a labor shortage in Singapore. By April this year, the first 100 robots called Lion Bots will be used to clean many office buildings. But instead of being sold at substantial prices, creators plan to rent them out. The robots are equipped with facial recognition, built-in GPS, and 6 cameras to allow a 360-degree view of their surroundings. The units are currently being tested at the visitor attraction Gardens by the Bay. Singapore committed $330 million to its national robotics program in 2016. And that's ASEAN Today for this week. I'm Raisa Chantami of the Indonesia channel in Jakarta. Terima kasih. Please join us again next time.